Well, welcome back. Field of 68's college basketball road trip, day 4 here in Lexington.
You're not tired, are you?
I'm exhausted.
This is it.
I'm exhausted.
You guys are our final interviews of the 4-day trip.
Saving the best for last, huh? You guys better bring the heat.
That's right.
You guys better bring the heat.
So,
yeah. Can I introduce them? Collin, Chandler.
Thank you.
Cam Williams, gentlemen, it's great to see you. I want to start with this, all right? So, Cam, it feels like you are a little bit of the underrated guy, the under-the-radar guy, the guy that maybe people haven't seen as much. So, Colin, I want you to give us all a scouting report on Cam and what he can do and what he's going to bring to Kentucky.
I wish that BBN could have been at practice yesterday. I don't know if people have talked about it, but it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. We were just going up and down. It was probably 10 possessions in a row. We found Cam for a 3, contested or not, and 10 in a row. Probably Seriously? Had 30 points straight. Yeah, I'm serious.
Wow.
Hopefully the tape will be out soon.
They'll make sure the tape gets out here. Trust me.
So he's a shooter.
Yes, shooter. Shooter.
I've heard that a few times. What did you shoot last year from 3?
42.
Did you expect to go in and do what you did last year at Tulane?
Honestly, no, not at all.
Really?
I was. They always said that freshmen didn't really play.
For Ron Hunter, only 4 freshmen, I think, in his lifetime have started. One of them was his kid, RJ. So like trying to remember the other ones. I don't
Who was
remember. But they were really good. Like it's like a big time list of players.
Yeah, I just really had to work hard for that spot. Credit to them too, because they everything that they told me on my visit, they held up to it. And I'll definitely keep that relationship with them for the rest of my life. I was 18, made a decision for that, and they took me in and really gave me what like my first year of college was supposed to be like, and I'll never forget them.
I think that the way that you did it, the way that you went through the process is something that we're going to see more of from players that maybe aren't quite, if they want to go to the high major level, they could be the 9th, 10th, 11th man as a freshman. Why not go somewhere a little bit of a lower level? Go out there, do what you did, showcase what you can do, and you get that opportunity to go and earn yourself a little bit more when you get that sophomore year paycheck. And it seems like it worked out pretty well for you.
Right. That their play style really fit kind of what I like to do. Obviously, you said shoot threes and stuff. And assistant coach Sean and RJ, his son, they really were trying to recruit me to get there. Tell me that the way that I play would basically fit their play style perfectly, and it did, and they brought me here. So. Trust the process. You don't have to go to the big school. The name, I noticed that everybody kind of goes for the name and don't really play. So I really feel like kids in our generation should, go where you're going to play, where you're going to fit. And then if you really don't get your dream the first year, it's all right. Everybody has their own race. So just take your time, stay patient, and you'll be good.
It's a good transition, what he just said for you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you were highly touted. I remember watching you 4 years ago down in Birmingham at an Adidas tournament, and man, you were fun to watch. And did a mission, gone for a couple years, committed to Pope at BYU.
I did, yep.
Followed him here, played last year, probably not as much as you would have preferred, but you're shaking the rust off too from being able to do a whole lot 2 years during the mission. What was last year like for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, like you said, out of high school, we talk about names of colleges. I wanted to play for Coach Pope. That was my big thing. It just so happened that he was coaching an hour from my house. So I knew that coming out of high school, I wanted to play for him. And so 3 weeks before I got home from my mission, that's when the news came out that he was going to be here. And I just knew, even from years ago, that's what I wanted to do, was play for Coach Pope. And so coming here, I mean, it was obviously tough, not playing, not
an hour from home.
Yes, of course, yes, being away from home, but also just the toll that it takes on your body to not do anything for 2 years was hard, and it came with a bunch of baggage that was good for me, I think.
Really?
It was definitely a learning process of patience and of putting a lot of confidence in myself to to come back. And so that's what I felt like last year. And now I feel great and confident and ready to go.
And married. And married,
yes.
That's why he's feeling good right now. He's got somebody really supporting him, and congrats,
true.
man.
That's true. That was
when did you get married?
In May, so about 4 months ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So at this point last season, you were like 4 months into turning yourself back into an athlete, right? Yep. How much different do you feel physically? How much are you caught up back to the speed of the game? Like, how much more do you feel ready to play this season than maybe you were last year?
Yeah, well, it's not even close. I think so. I didn't play at all last summer because I was ramping up and I wasn't cleared to play 5-on-5 or anything. And then I came back in August and hurt my hamstring, which had me out for another 8 weeks. So I don't even know if I was playing until this time last year with the team. And so that has been a huge difference is I've just had all this time to play and get reps after reps. So this summer has been great for me. And coming back after having a full year of knowing the terminology that we use and knowing what we're going for as a team has been big for me to grow and help these guys get to learn it as well.
What's it been like watching him? You know, he's like talking to a 40-year-old, right? Like, it just feels like he's a man who's been through a lot, and he has, right? Life experiences, all of it. Again, learning last year, probably not going into it understanding what it was going to be like.
Definitely not.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you were thinking, I'm going to come back. I'm going to be that one guy that 2 years off, it's not going to affect me. What's it been like watching him since you've been here?
Colin, he's one of our leaders, one of the vets of the team. People who, freshman transfers, we didn't really understand the system at first. And he was one of those, along with Ortega and BG, kind of, making sure everybody was on top of, learning the terminology and stuff. And watching him work hard every day, or watching everybody work hard every day is great to see. But him specifically, he always comes in with a smile, always ready to work. I've never really seen him have his head down or when things are going bad. He's never negative. He's always confident, always telling everybody, keep your head up, next play. And every team needs somebody like that on their roster. When
you committed to Tulane, who were the other schools recruiting you at the time?
It was Louisiana Lafayette, so UL, George Mason, and it was Hofstra in New Jersey.
So when you put your name in the portal and you see, that's an 859 number, that's Mark Pope popping up on your caller ID. What was that moment like?
It was crazy because whenever he first called, I didn't answer because it was a different zip code, and
that's spam call.
Right. So I was actively working out anyway. So I was just looking. I was like, oh, I don't know what that is. But then I called back because my agent was like, you might want to pick that up. so then I called him back. It was a FaceTime call, and I was like, and he had the UK shirt when he FaceTimed me. I was looking at him. And he was just like, Cam, what's going on? And I was just surprised because, when I was younger, I looked at a school like this, and I was like, I want to go there. But, high school, I was kind of overlooked, under the radar, like you said. Mm-hmm. So I just thought that, the opportunity never would come back kind of thing. But then it's like a full circle moment. So then whenever he told me, we want you here, probably a week after that call, I told him I was coming here. So. Yeah,
because you were one of the first big commitments out of the portal. It was.
We were still in the tournament. I remember when we saw Cam was on. Yeah,
they were pre-gaming for the games.
Yeah,
I called him from I was coming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Colin, when a year ago now, what was the vibe like around that team compared to what the vibe is like compared to this team right now? Do you remember?
Yes, I think it was a little bit different because pretty much everyone was new coming back except for Jackson. So that was one thing, is we were trying to get our feet under ourselves, as well as I think the coaches as well. They were all new and trying to figure out the whole Kentucky thing and what it's like being here. And I just feel like everyone's just locked in now on what we're trying to do. There's not so many I wouldn't say distractions, but so many things going on to where we're locked in, know what we're.
That's
what we
interesting.
Have
I
to
didn't think about that, but you're right. The coaching staff last year was their heads are spinning,
right?
Because they had moved
and they had never coached. I mean, right. Coach Feger and Coach Pope had worked together, but everyone else was new as well. So it's just been very smooth this year in what we're trying to do.
I want both of you guys to answer this. Who has kind of been the surprise for you? Maybe when you're seeing them work out and you're seeing them in practice and be like, I didn't really expect him to be able to do that. Like he's better than I thought he was, better than I realized. Because can I give you mine before you guys answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
But Braden Hawthorne, I did not realize that he's built different.
Yeah.
Now he needs to put on a little bit of weight, but he's a guy where he's got some real potential to be something special.
I would say that's I think the obvious answer for all of us is Braden, just with his build and his abilities. Another one for me is Malachi. I think has been great in picking up what we're doing and his grit and his energy that he's brought has been really impressive to me. So that's my answer.
For me, I'll go with Jalen. He's my opinion.
Smart pick because he's the one who's going to be giving you the ball.
Not even like that, but in my opinion, definitely one of the best guards in the country for sure. He definitely best playmaker. He understands the game on a different level. Always know like where everyone is, where to put everyone in each spot. And I watched a couple games of his last year, and like on TV, I'm like, yeah, he's nice. But then we actually playing, and it's way different. So that would be my pick for sure.